Hi, Scorpio. You're bouncing. I had to restart your reading because of a dog. Hopefully he'll chill out. He's hanging out here. Anyways, how are you guys? I hope that you're well. Excited to be back with you. Real quick. Patreon. I revamped my Patreon, so I'm going to be sharing more stuff there. I just filmed a reading for Patreon on Mercury retrograde. So what you can expect during the retrograde, what energies are coming in, what, karmic cycles are going to be coming up for the retrograde. So if you guys are interested, check that out. That's in my description. I'm going to be following it up with more readings, channeled messages. I kind of talked about this in my vampire vlog video. I'll put that in the description. My website is also in the description if you're interested in purchasing a spiritual tool from me. They're all handmade. The newest things on my site are this evil eye ritual candle. So I already have an evil eye prayer candle. I have an anointing oil. This one is meant to be burned and then repurposed for an altar tool for ongoing protection from the evil eye. So that is available now if you're interested. I have a new figure candle out. I have a bunch of stuff. So I have more stuff coming to the shop. I have a lot of new stuff in development. I'm not gonna do a release date yet. I'm just gonna kind of get them together and then let you guys know as they're out, because I find that when I say my release date, I just have a lot of conflicting energy come up. So gotta protect your stuff, right? Okay, what else? Bottom of my description, my Venmo and PayPal if you feel called to tip me. Thank you so much to everybody that has. I really appreciate your support so much. What else do I have to tell you? Book a reading with me. That's on my website. If you want to book a reading with me, personal reading, yes, I do them. You can check out my prices, policies, and then contact form for that are on my website. Okay. Cross the threshold, leap the hedge, go over the wall. What I am feeling here is that for some of you, there's an energy of like you need to go after, you want to make a breakthrough in your life, but you feel stuck. And you feel like you haven't been able to move forward when it comes to this one thing. And what you need to do is just take a leap of faith here. Just go for it. For some of you, it might be when it comes to a connection. There's somebody that you have been wanting to get to know, date, go deeper with. Yeah, and you've been very hopeful in this connection. What I'm seeing here is, you just got to go for it. You just need to go for it. How I try to kind of comfort myself in times where I am about to take a major leap of faith and I am anxious about it, what I usually do is just kind of, consider the fact that would you rather try for something and it doesn't work out and then that it wouldn't work out, or would you rather kind of never try and then always kind of regret that you didn't try, that you didn't go for it? I have found that I respect myself more and I have developed more self-love through situations where the odds were against me, but I went for it anyway. Because even when I have gone for something and it didn't work out, or it didn't work out how I wanted it to, I'm proud of myself for trying and knowing for certain that that wasn't for me. And typically what I find is that I have learned something valuable in that situation, and it has propelled me towards something new. I don't feel like any failure I've ever had. I don't really think that I don't think that I have failed ever. But anything that I don't really consider failure a thing. I am very much, and I have started many a journey and it didn't work out, and I had to like kind of try something new, but that's kind of always been fun for me. That's always been something that I enjoy doing, because it's like the more no's you have, the closer you're getting to your yes. You know what I mean? It's like the more I've talked about this before in another reading. My career history, if I could show you guys my resume, it looks very chaotic. It looks very crazy. But when you break it down, my degrees that I have, my work experience, what I learned in those, the relationships that I developed, the skills that I developed, it makes perfect sense. And it has pushed me to a point that I can handle the life I was trying to manifest several years ago when I was really lost. I was trying to manifest my business, a business, because I've always known that I wanted to have my own business. I've always known that I was never going to be fully happy and fulfilled working for another person. It's not who I am. I really just like to flow with energies, and I have always known since I was a child that I needed to be my own boss, that I don't deal well with authority. I don't feel like I'm a very disrespectful person, unless you take me there, which in that case, I feel like that's on you. I feel like that might be a Scorpio thing a little bit. Because Scorpios, you guys like hold on to situations. You're a fixed sign, and you and Taurus both do this, where especially with like relationships with people that like you've been with for a long time, because you're the house of intimacy. So intimacy is really important to you, but you're also secretive. So it's like when people get to know the real you, that means something to you. It means a lot to you. So the like connections where you feel like you've kind of let your guard down and got close with that person and you've allowed them into your life in some way, it's really, really hard for you to let go of that. But there's an energy of you need to let go of your old life to get onto this new path. And you have a lot of hope that it's going to work out. But you don't want to live with regret, is how I feel, Scorpio. Because even like with my business, there are days, and I think that this is for anybody. Like I said, my business has been a dream of mine since I was a child, and it's actually like really, really crazy. I used to watch The Real World when it first came out. I used to sneak and watch The Real World because I wasn't allowed to watch any of that at my grandma's house, not my parents' house either. I lost interest in children's shows early on. I've always been interested in people, and I wanted to watch people. So when reality TV came about, I was very interested in it. And I used to, like, even before YouTube, I used to like talk to myself like I was like on a show. Like when I'm cooking, I used to like, I've done this since I was a kid. I feel like a lot of people do. I used to like just talk, explain what I'm doing. When I'm making something, I would explain what I was doing. I used to do that in the mirror like as a child. So I've had, when I first started YouTube, I had a couple people that like know me personally were like, you're really, really good on camera. It's weird how you're just able to like have a conversation, and it feels like I'm talking to you, like it's a one-on-one conversation, but it's like I have been imagining this for myself since I was a child. So it's one of those things that it means a lot to me. My skills, my personal development align with this. But I think that any creator, because your work is so personal, it's not like you can go in and clock out at the end of the day and be done with it. It's when you're a creator, your heart goes into everything that you make. And if your heart's not in it for some reason, it feels very draining trying to do it. When you're experiencing blockages, especially like when you have a store, there are certain items that like when I would put up to sell, I totally had it in my mind that they were gonna like sell out, and then like they sat, and then it was like things that I put up there and I'm like, just let me make a few of them and see how they do. Sold out immediately. and then I have a bunch of orders and I'm super stressed. You know, there's always going to be shifting from this is a fantasy of mine, this is something that I want, to the reality. You know, you have to deal with certain pitfalls, but when it's something that you're really passionate about, you're going to be excited to do it. You're going to want to show up, and it's going to really inspire you, and it helps you grow self-love as well. But there are days when I'm like, I wish I had a normal 9 to 5. I wish that I could go in and like bullshit throughout my day and clock out and then be done with it. You know, I wish I had a regular paycheck. I wish that I, you know, knew how to budget, because it's very up and down, especially like the first few years of a business is very up and down. It's kind of, it can be chaotic until you kind of get your flow and you get your audience. So there are days when I'm like, there is so much to do. I'm only one person. I wish I wouldn't have even done this. I wish I would have just had my 9 to 5. I would have been making a lot more if I would have just like stuck on the track that I am. But at the same time, it's like, even if I like did this and it failed miserably, at least I know that, you know, what my limits are as a person, and I know what I want to pursue and what I don't want to pursue. I think a big part of life and living is kind of learning along the way and not take it as a failure, because it's not. It's really, you only fail. It's a karmic lesson. You only fail when you don't try. You only fail when you accept failure. Even if my business was not to work out and I went back to a 9 to 5, the amount of skills that I have like got out of this, the relationships, the friendships, you know, it's been worth it to me. And I would rather try and fail miserably than not to try at all. And I think that, you know, sometimes it can be a situation where, well, I don't want to, you know, have the like public embarrassment. There's a soulmate connection here. Past lives as well. There's a past life connected to this. Anyways. I don't know, guys. Let's just put the cards out. I'm channeling too much, and I kind of want to see what's coming out. Some of you need to have a reality check that you're wasting your time. You're surrounded with bad influences. You're not happy in your life, and you know that you're not happy in your life. There's something that you're wanting to take a leap towards, something that fills you up with hope. And it might even be that you daydream about this a lot to kind of cope with your current reality. Because right now, somebody that you're around is a backstabber. Especially, you know, if they're blonde, if they have a lot of tattoos. Somebody might have a septum piercing, tattoos, blonde with dark roots. This person is a vicious gossip. They manipulate you, and then they gossip about you. There's a karmic completion when it comes to this person. You need to recognize that this is a karmic relationship here, and that you're in denial, that you're wasting your time with this person. They only drag you down. And I get for, you know, you Scorpio, or this could be the person that you're dealing with. Yeah, they're not moving forward. They're slow. Could be a Taurus, because they fear rejection, but there's somebody around them that is a really bad influence on them on purpose, and they're in denial about that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that this is a you know, romantic connection. This could be that they have a friend here that's a really bad influence on them and intentionally speaks fear. But I get here that it's because it's crossed the threshold. It's like somebody is standing. You're I don't know. The image that I'm getting right now is that let's say that you've always wanted to do, what is it where it's like you do the like kite, the hang gliding. Let's say that you've always wanted to do hang gliding and you've trained for it and you've prepared for it, and this is like your first solo flight, and I just feel like you're standing at the edge of the cliff with all your gear, you know what to do, you've prepared for this, but it's like something is holding you back. And for some of you, it is someone is holding you back. Your environment is holding you back as well. Where you're spending your time. In order to move to the next level, you need to let go of this backstabber here. You need a reality check. So for some of you, it's going to be, for some of you, you're in denial that this person is not a true friend to you. You're planning a trip with somebody. You're going to go on this trip and they're either going to like leave you at like, because I see that it's thundering outside. I see you just kind of waiting on a bench for them. So they say they're going to pick you up. They never come. You're supposed to catch a ride with them. They like leave you at the bus stop. And it's because they like ran into, it's like when you're in high school. Did you ever have people that you were like friends with in high school and they were like real good friends with you when it's just you and them? But it's like as soon as like somebody that was more popular or more beneficial had, more to offer them came along, it's like they would just abandon you and they would like act like they weren't your friend. This is that type of person, and they like make fun of you behind your back too. This is somebody that's stuck in high school. So it's like you're not going to be able to move forward in your life until you let go of this person that's stuck in high school. And I get that there's a jealous energy here where anytime you talk about this thing that you've been wanting to take a leap towards, they try to talk you out of it. For some of you, it might be a Libra that you're dealing with, or a Leo. Somebody needs to find the inner strength here to overcome these people that they spend their time with. They're in denial that it's like the company that they keep are really negative. You'll get justice in this situation, but you kind of have to let these karmic cycles close. Yeah, there's a divine masculine that's wasting their time with a karmic feminine. You, an Aries or a Leo again, you have your eyes set on this karmic feminine. It's a blonde. You only really want this person because of the attention she gets from other people or the attention that you get from being with her. It's like she might be somebody that is really popular. For some of you, she's like a man-eater type energy. It's an energy here where she, take it how it resonates. She has this energy where she just gets a lot of attention. And for some of you, it's sexual attention. She gets around quite a bit. She controls men with sex. Could be somebody's a Cancer placement as well. You are seeking status from like being connected romantically to Mr. Popular. You need to find the strength within yourself to wait for better. Wait for what you actually want to manifest, because this person just keeps you from moving forward. For some of you, this is like an ex or somebody that you've been dealing with a lot. Yeah, it's somebody that for some of you, it's like you sexed this person a lot. Yeah, and you need to recognize that this person they're toxic. Could be a Capricorn as well. There's a Tower coming. They're toxic. You talk to this person when you're like horny. And it might be that like you recognize that they're very attractive. A lot of people want to get with them. So you feel like if I were to be the one to have a commitment with them, then I would win. I would be like, you know, big man here because I got the girl everybody wants. But it's like some of you are not recognizing that anybody could have her. It's not like you're going to get her and win. It's like you're going to get her. If you were to get her, she's going to cheat on you. Because this is not... You're focused on her. She's focused on these men that she's chained up here. Yeah, there's a new beginning, but you need to follow your intuition here because somebody is lying, cheating. Might be dealing with the Gemini. This is an energy that this is somebody that you want sexually or that you've had sex with quite a bit. You text this person sexually. You're kind of thinking with your genitalia here. You need to free yourself for something new because it's like you want to manifest a long-term, genuine, loving connection. There's no love here. You don't love this person. For some of you, it might be that she does love spells because the Queen of Wands does spells. Yeah, you feel burdened because you want to make an offer. You want them to make an offer towards you. For some of you, if you're not the masculine going after a feminine, for some of you, it's flipped. It's an energy here where there's a feminine that is very attractive, charismatic, and there's a masculine that is wanting to come towards you, but it's an energy where they just want control because the Emperor in a low vibration is somebody that is their way or no way. They just want control over other people's. It's an Aries energy. This person's very selfish and they hide their true feelings. They just burden you. This person, the masculine to the, or either, whoever this person is, they waste your time and they breadcrumb you. The connection with them is a burden, but you don't recognize it. It's like when you are feeling lonely or when you're feeling horny, you reach out to this person, you talk to this person, but it's like as soon as that is cleared from you, it's like all you do is fight with them. There's no genuine connection here. There's an energy of somebody wanting to possess, control the other one, and the other person is not interested. It's like they just get a lot of attention and that's why you want them. There's only heartbreak here. I told you somebody is doing spell work against you, Scorpio, to they're doing work to get you rejected by others. Somebody is going to end up heartbroken if they don't follow their heart here. There's a Pisces involved. You're anxious about taking movement forward, but if you stay in the situation, you're just going to end up hurt. This connection that you've been in, yeah, it's one that when you're feeling you need to heal and go within here and make better choices. For some of you, you feel a strong connection towards somebody, and again, it's heavily tied in sex, sexting each other. This person just breadcrumbs you. And I get that for some of you, it's like you're trying to heal your inner child through this relationship. So they go cold on you. That's what I'm saying. It's like as soon as you have sex with this person, as soon as like that heat wears off, that loneliness wears off, you start to recognize that they go cold on you. They go cold on you, and there's like nothing there after that passion. It's just a breadcrumbing situation. And for some of you, you know you need to let go of this person, but You're afraid that you're going to end up heartbroken if you truly go after what you want. Yeah, for some of you, you ghost this person and they come back. It's like as soon as you start to move away from them, here they come. It's a fuck buddy situation. For some of you, you are going to do better financially and also manifest a long-term relationship with somebody that actually wants to invest in you when you move away from this like fuckboy energy. For some of you, it's like when you try to move forward, here they come in sexually because they use you for finances. They like the stability that you bring. Take it how it resonates. There's a karmic completion that needs to be done here when it comes to allowing chaotic energies to interfere with new blessings coming in. For those of you that are dealing with a karmic that does spell work, they do tarot on you. And when they find out that you have somebody new coming in, they're a very competitive person and they just like to feel like they're winning over others. So when they find out that you have a new abundance coming in, here she comes because she wants a piece of it. When she finds out that you have a new, soulmate relationship coming in, she sees them as competition and wants to fight to win. But it's like once she or he gets the other person out of the picture, then they go cold again. It's an energy of they're holding on to you to keep you from moving forward, and that's it. There's nothing else here. You have a lot of hope that if you let them go and you go towards somebody new, it's going to be a better situation for you. Wouldn't you rather see? If you don't let go of this person, you're going to end up worse. That's the thing is like, and I think we've all been there. Have you ever like gotten back with an ex out of loneliness, entertained somebody that you had already tried to let go of out of loneliness? And then it's like, especially like getting back with an ex is the worst because, the relationship ended for a reason. But when you get back out there and you start dating again, you're like, oh, it's hard. Dating sucks. Dating nowadays is not that fun. I mean, some people, vibe with it and good for you. But I think when you're looking for a genuine long-term connection, it's difficult. Depending on where you are. But, like dating, online dating is like kind of the go-to right now. But we won't get into it. It doesn't matter. A lot of people are not forthcoming and honest with what they're looking for. So, they're kind of looking for a distraction. They're looking for a fuck buddy. They're looking for somebody to entertain them until they get back with their ex. But they're not going to tell you that, because if they tell you that, then you're not going to be interested in giving them your time, your energy. So a lot of people, kind of play games. They ghost out of nowhere. When they go back to their ex, they don't tell you what they want. I don't think if you're in a loving commitment that is going through a rough patch, you should let that go, because there's really not much out there when it comes to the dating game. But if somebody is making you feel bad and you're only really holding on to them because you're afraid to let go of them, you're just keeping yourself stuck. Have you ever got out of a relationship and after a few months, you start to feel lonely. You start to miss having that connection, having somebody that you're close to. You might be dating, but it's like, you have to go through the process of getting to know somebody, getting close with somebody. So a lot of people just go back to their ex. Nothing is worse than, you've already wasted months to years with this person. You go back and get back with them. You have a honeymoon phase, 2 weeks to 2 months, 3 months tops. And then it's like the same old issues start to come out. The same old fights start to come out. And this time they're worse because you have allowed this person back into your life. So a lot of times, we teach people how to treat us. So when I'm showing you time and time again that you can be verbally abusive, you can cheat on me, you can do this, you can do that. And, I might take some time away from you, but I'm going to come back. They have no reason to change. And for some of you, you're in just complete denial that this person is not only not a good relationship, they're a bad influence on you. So I get that not only do they talk about you behind your back, treat you bad, they're not loyal, they're holding you in like karmic cycles. They pull you into things that you wouldn't normally do. I don't know, this person that you're dealing with, they might have addictions, they might just not be a good person, not be a kind person. So they're putting you in situations where it's causing you to act out of character, and it's pulling you into a lower vibration. So you kind of have to wake up to the fact that this isn't what you want. I talked about this to Libra, I think, but something that really helped me in my personal relationships is when I started to look at the people I was spending time with in a lens of not as concerned whether they like me or not, but how do they make me feel? How do I feel having this person in my life? And that really changed things for me. Because when I was younger, it was, you know, I grew up in codependency. I had wounds that I was running from, and, you know, I had very severe depression and, you know, suicidal ideation for a while. And a lot of my relationships, I would get so focused on when somebody was treating me bad, I would get so focused on, why are they treating me bad? What is it about me that is making this person treat me bad? What do I need to do? Because I've always been like a self-help person. So I'm like, you know, what do I need to do to be a better, you know, friend, to be a better girlfriend, to be a better whatever for this person? And I found that it's like the more that I was doing, the worse they would treat me. So I started, do you hear that? Well, obviously you hear that. It's like shaking this room. I think we're supposed to be under like a tornado warning. Spooky. I'll keep it going. Well, you guys will never see it. It'll be like I disappear, and then it'll be a video of like the lost files, and it'll be me doing a reading as like the room is being torn apart. Okay, that's it for the drama. What was I saying? Start looking at people and thinking, how do I feel when they're around me? Especially like if you are somebody that is anxious, your nervous system. That's a big like, you know, go-to for me now, and it took some time to get there, is that if my interactions with you leave me feeling anxious, that's a red flag. That's a major red flag that you need to leave, because I feel like my relationship should be a sanctuary. I should be able to go, you know, retire to, you know, my close friendships, my close family, my, you know, romantic partner. That should be a space where I can really be free and relax and let my hair down after kind of having to, you know, be out in the real world. It shouldn't be a battlefield. And I look back to, you know, when I was in a really unhealthy, abusive relationship, and it was like, you know, sometimes I would drive home and then not want to get out of my car. I would just sit in the driveway because I knew as soon as I went inside, it was going to be a fight. And it was like, you know, he would keep me up all night. He was very narcissistic. A lot of the narcissism, abuse tactics he would do, you know, keeping me up all night, not letting me sleep, affecting my like diet. We won't get into it, but I look back to that and I'm so sad for the person that I was, you know, the unhealed person that I was, where I was blaming myself that I did something wrong, and that if I, you know, just tried harder to keep the peace with this person, that things would get better, you know. And it's like the harder you try, the worse they're gonna get, because the person you're dealing with, Scorpio, they don't want harmony with you. They like chaos. They want chaos with you, and they enjoy. They're a backstabber. They're a manipulator. They run smear campaigns on people. They enjoy seeing you suffer is the thing. Do you really want to have a relationship with somebody that enjoys seeing you suffer? that enjoys making you feel like they're fucking other people because they like to see you get jealous. They get a like kick out of it. Is that really the prize that you want? I don't know. You tell me. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that was helpful. I know that these have kind of, they've been long and drawn out, and they're taking me a long time to get out, but it's just, the energy in the collective is really heavy, and these have been really difficult to get through. So I'm doing the best I can. Appreciate you guys for being patient, for being here, for being supportive. Love you all very much. See you soon. Bye.